Kigali International Airport in Rwanda. Okay guys, so I just got to Rwanda and checked into my Airbnb. This Airbnb was about $60 USD per night. I'm staying for 3 nights. I actually got a transit visa because I'm going to be here for less than 72 hours. But this is such a great deal for an Airbnb. They give you some fruit. They have like some water there. They even give you some juice and some milk. I think they even give you coffee too. I don't know where it is. It might be. They have like everything too. You have like your own toaster, your blender. There's a coffee maker up there. It's a really nice Airbnb. And then let me show you the bathrooms and the bedrooms. This one's just a half bath. It doesn't have the shower. Also has AC, which I'm so thankful for. I'm an American. I want the AC. I think this is the master bedroom. AC, and then this is this is the second bathroom. Both of the bathrooms look the same too in both bedrooms. This is a deck you can go sit out on. It is. Yeah, so I think this goes to like the back alley. There's also a washing machine there to do a load of laundry and an ironing board. This is the second bedroom. Same closets, except it has a fan. And then that's the exact same bathroom from earlier. Shower, toilet, everything is exactly the same. So yeah, this is my cute, adorable Airbnb. I'm so excited for Rwanda. All right, guys, it is the next morning, and first things first, I want to head over to the Genocide Memorial or the Kigali Genocide Museum. I ordered a Move, but it's kind of a hit or miss with Move. It's not the same as Uber because they don't have Uber here, so they have an app called Yago. There's 2 different apps called Yago too. When you look in the App Store, you have to search for Yago Rwanda to pull up the Rwanda Yago app. And then they have the Move app that's by VW. So I'm using the Move app by VW, but it is a hit or miss because the traffic here is just so bad, and sometimes the drivers just don't actually come because they can't get through the traffic. My driver's supposed to be 4 minutes away, but I think it's going to take quite a bit of time. So I'm just sitting here in the front of the Airbnb waiting for her. There's not actually that much touristy stuff to go do in Kigali. There's an art museum, but I don't think I want to go to the art museum, to be honest. I think I'm just gonna kind of like hang out and go to the mall and just kind of do what a local might do here. Looks like they have a reception, peace center, and an amphitheater. Let's try to go to the reception first. So Rwanda has kind of a weird history. They were first colonized by Germany, but after World War I in 1916, Germany had everything taken away from them. So Belgium became their new colonial power. Belgium supported the Tutsi group for a long time, but then the 1960s they switched to the Hutu group, and the Hutu group is the group of people who committed the genocide against the Tutsi population. This is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now they're comparing the genocide of the Tutsis to the genocide in Germany. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am not a fan of this museum. It is very, very biased, and there's not a lot of actual information. It's more agenda driven. So you just get one side of history, and the problem is history is not black and white like this. There's always some gray area, but they don't mention any of that in this museum. It's very, very one-sided. This was a very sad trip. Another common pattern that you see in the genocide museums all around the world, not just in this one, is a lot of convoluted information about the number of people who were killed. When you look on Google, and you'll find tons of answers. If you look at Google and try to find how many Tutsis were killed, some people say it was 200,000, other people say it was 500,000, 400,000, 600,000, a million. It gets very convoluted with the numbers and the facts when you start to go through these museums and through these issues. I got an African iced coffee. This is coffee with ginger in it and some milk. And then I think these might be balls of dough, like fried dough. Looks like they are. There's just some breading inside. Here I'm at the Kigali Heights Mall. They have a nice little beauty shop here. I'm gonna go inside and see what else they have. And they have a little bit of everything in this grocery store. They even have flat screen TVs and refrigerators. Here's a bookstore at the Kigali Mall. It's a pretty nice bookstore. I'm here at the Java Cafe and I got some beef and mushroom soup. It looks so good. And I got an iced latte. I think they might have given me some kind of chicken soup instead. There's not actually any mushrooms or beef in this, but it's really good. It has like a little bit of a kick to it too. It's pretty spicy, but this is really delicious. And they also had a bookstore at the mall. This is like a dictionary of the Bible that I bought from them, but it's kind of like a Christian bookstore, even though they don't advertise it like that. But most of their books were Christian centered, so that was really cool. I got one of those. They don't do paper tickets at the bank. Instead, they just give you a number, and you have to memorize it and then go up to the teller. This is a really nice area over here. If you stay at the Radisson Blu, it's right across the street from the Kigali Mall. Look how clean the streets are. This bakery in here is called Simba Supermarket. Oh, I guess it's the whole supermarket. Simba Supermarket. That's kind of cute. We're near the, I think it's called the Tropical Mall. This is basically like the city center. It's one of the busiest parts of Rwanda. Here's the Tropical Plaza. I think I'm gonna start in this building over here. I think this is, I don't know, I see G6 over here, but there's a lot of little stores over here that I want to go look at. So we'll try this area first. Everyone has to wash their hands before they let you go inside the mall. What would be really awesome is if they made everyone use deodorant as well as washing their hands. I found a nail salon at the mall. I'm gonna go in and see if they have any availability for a manicure. This is a really nice little restaurant they have at the mall. I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna get some coffee and then a milkshake for the lady who's doing my eyelashes. I just got my nails done and they did such a nice job and it was only $7 USD. I'm just outside the mall waiting for a taxi, but I got my eyelash extensions done and they were only $26 USD. These last 2 weeks have been so incredibly painful. The lady who did these eyelash extensions did not do a very good job at all. If you, maybe you're not familiar with eyelash extensions and you're going, why are you showing me this? This is basically this is like 10 different extensions. It's more than 10 actually. It's supposed to be every single individual eyelash that goes onto one of your own eyelashes. This woman just took a big glob of like glue and she just took like a big thing of my eyelashes. You can see like, I don't know if you can see that. If you can see that, like all the whites, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She bundled up like 5 or 6 of my natural lashes and then she stuck this like giant thing of glue with all of these lashes onto my like actual eyelashes. I've been trying to take them out slowly, but it's been so painful because this is covering the entire eyelid. It's all like giant chunks of glue. I've had giant pieces of glue in my eyelids for like 2 weeks now. It's been 2 weeks. It's so painful. That was a bad idea. That was a really, really bad idea. But the lady offered and she's like, oh, I can do them for da 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 da. And I didn't want to be rude. So I thought, oh yeah, I want to, help this woman and give her business. Shouldn't have done it. It's been so painful. This has been like one of the most painful experiences of my life. Oh, this one was so painful, you guys. All right, guys, it is my second and last day here in Kigali, Rwanda. I have had so much fun so far in Kigali, but I actually think you only need a couple days here. You might not need a week or 2 weeks, a lot of time to stay here. I thought I was going to want more time here because it's such a nice country, and it is, but there's just not a lot of touristy activities to do here, to be completely honest with you. There's that one museum and that's kind of it as far as touristy activities. Most people that come here, they go see the gorillas or they go to the wetlands or the national parks. I decided not to do that because I just had a 9-day trip in Uganda and I saw all of that in Uganda. So the same gorillas, same vegetation. I just did all of that for 9 days. So I'm a little bit tired of the parks and the forest areas. So yeah, I've just been exploring the city center. Today I'm going to head over to Inca Steakhouse. It's one of the best steakhouses according to the internet. We'll go there and see, but it's supposed to be one of the best steakhouses here in the capital. So I hope you guys enjoy and let's go get some steak. But yeah, even though the capital in the country is really safe, people still take precaution to make sure nobody is coming inside their house by putting glass up at the top. Not all the roads are paved here either. You'll still see some dirt ones like this. You'll still see garbage too on the dirt paths. So it's not completely trash free, but the paved roads do seem to be pretty clean. But you still see, little pieces here and here and there. There's some wrappers. There's some, there's still like trash along the roads, but it's a lot better than most. So not all the parts of the capital are super nice. You'll still run into places that look like they're still developing. But the main roads, if you stay on the main roads, if you're driving here, traffic's very heavy, but you can stay in the lanes where everything's pretty well developed. think I'm kind of in the slum areas here. Well, you guys, Rwanda is not so clean after all. Once you get into the residential areas and away from the main streets, there's just as much trash as there is in any other country in Africa. It's the same. All right, we're here at the Inca Steakhouse. Inca means cow in the native language, Rwanda. I don't know how to say it. It looks like all their beef comes from Rwanda as well. And they're saying how it helps promote the African agriculture. That's pretty cool. The United States has given a lot of money to Rwanda to try to help their agriculture as well. So they're doing a little bit better. It's really good. It's not as sour as I thought it was going to be. It kind of just tastes like regular milk, but it's a little bit like tangy, I guess you could say. I don't know. It's not bad. It's actually kind of... These are some fried plantains, and this is some ratatouille. And I asked for my steak medium rare. The steak is not that good, to be honest. I ordered a filet mignon, but this is some other kind of cut. This has some apples in it. It's some kind of apple dessert that they have. I think it's called a poached apple. That Inca Steakhouse, I do not recommend that place to anybody, you guys. Their coffee machine was broken, and then I was like, hey, can you just get me like brewed coffee, like not an espresso shot, but just French press or something. They didn't have coffee, which is fine. And then the steak came out, and it was like, it was just terrible. It wasn't a filet mignon. They still charged me for a filet mignon, but it was some kind of skirt steak. And it was like gristly, like it had like, I don't know, it was not good at all. It was terrible. And that place is rated really well. Like, it's rated really well online, but I'm wondering if the steak here is just so different than how it is in the West that you just can't really, I don't know, maybe that's the good steakhouse in Rwanda. I don't know. But I don't know. I haven't been, to be completely honest with you guys, I haven't been that impressed with Rwanda. I was told that this place was basically a developed country, that all the streets were paved, they're not, that it was trash free, no littering, but that's really not the truth either. All the back alleyways and the dirt roads have trash everywhere, all over them. And there's bags, like people are out collecting trash, but the way to not have trash is to just not litter. Like, that's the way to get rid of the trash. It's not to like constantly, have trash pickup every single week or every single day. Like, if you just don't litter, then your whole place is trash free, right? Like Japan or, whatever, Switzerland. So that was kind of a bummer. The food just hasn't been great here, and there's honestly just not a lot to do here. I'm really glad that I only stayed 2 days. I'm sorry, I know that sounds terrible, but there's just not a lot to do in the capital. Like, I think if I were to come back here, I would go see the gorillas, but I've already seen the gorillas. I've seen them in Uganda, but I would probably plan a day to go do that because there's just not a lot else to do. And now it's raining too. And the power just went out as well. So now we don't have any power. I'm here at the Kigali International Airport waiting on my 3:40 a.m. flight to Tanzania with the layover to Nairobi.